Tibetan monks claim that what you do after sunset profoundly affects your health, energy, and destiny. Today, we'll reveal 6 strict prohibitions that Tibetan sages recommend observing once the sun disappears beyond the horizon. And believe me, some of them will surprise you. In Tibetan philosophy, the day is divided into several energetic phases. Sunset marks a boundary, the time when active yang energy begins to give way to calm yin energy. It is a moment of transition between worlds, when the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual become thinner. Tibetan monks call this period the twilight gates, a time when a person is especially vulnerable to energetic influences, yet also most receptive to spiritual practices. That is why it is so important to spend the evening hours properly. Prohibition number 1. Do not make important decisions. After sunset, our mind enters a special state. Tibetan monks warn that in the evening and at night, we tend to be more pessimistic and prone to exaggerating our problems. The monks advise, if you are faced with an important choice, wait until morning. Do not sign contracts, make life-changing decisions about work or relationships, or initiate serious conversations. What seems like a catastrophe in the evening often looks like a solvable problem in the morning. Even modern neuroscience confirms this ancient wisdom. Cognitive functions truly decline toward the evening. Hormonal levels shift, serotonin drops, and the world appears darker than it really is. Prohibition number 2. Do not eat heavy food. Tibetan medicine views digestion as a sacred fire, Agni. After sunset, this fire naturally weakens, preparing the body for sleep and restoration. Monks strictly forbid eating the following after sunset: meat and heavy protein foods, fried and fatty dishes, large portions of any kind of food, cold food and drinks. In the evening, it is best to eat light, warm meals, vegetable soups, porridges, herbal teas. The ideal time for your last meal is 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. Overeating after sunset not only disrupts sleep, but also blocks the body's energy channels. Prohibition number 3. Avoid conflicts and negative emotions. This is perhaps one of the most important prohibitions. Tibetan teachers say, the energy with which you fall asleep programs your subconscious for the entire night, and through it, your life. Evening quarrels are especially destructive. They not only spoil your sleep, but also leave negative energetic traces that accumulate over time. Monks claim that a person who regularly falls asleep in a state of anger or resentment programs themselves for illness and misfortune. If conflict is unavoidable, try to postpone it until morning. And if an argument has already happened, make peace before going to bed, or at least practice forgiveness in your mind. Tibetan tradition recommends in the evening to forgive grievances, let go of worries, cultivate gratitude, tune your mind to tranquility. Prohibition number 4. Do not start new undertakings. What you sow in the evening will grow crooked, says a Tibetan proverb. After sunset, energy begins to wane. It is not the time for beginnings. Monks advise against starting new projects after sunset, to take on complex intellectual work, to plan for the future, to study something fundamentally new. Evening is a time for completion, not for beginnings. It is a period for reflecting on the day, doing light routine tasks, relaxing, and preparing for rest. If you must work in the evening, focus on mechanical tasks rather than creative or strategic ones. Creativity and mental clarity return with the sunrise. Prohibition number 5. Do not leave things unfinished. Tibetans believe that sleep is a little death, and awakening is a little rebirth. Therefore, before going to bed, it is essential to close the energetic debts of the day. Unfinished tasks create energetic tails that drain your strength even during sleep. The monks advise before bedtime to tidy up your workspace, wash the dishes, bring order to your home, conclude unfinished conversations. This doesn't mean you must complete absolutely everything, but it's important to mentally close the gestalt, to acknowledge that the day is over, and allow yourself to rest. Prohibition number 6. Do not neglect spiritual practice. For Tibetan monks, evening is sacred time. After sunset, they always engage in spiritual practice, meditation, mantras, or prayers of gratitude. Even if you're not a monk, this wisdom still applies. Your evening spiritual practice can be simple. 10 minutes of meditation, expressing gratitude for the day, forgiving yourself and others, reading inspiring texts, thinking pleasant thoughts about the day ahead. Monks say that a person who falls asleep in a state of spiritual awareness receives blessings for the entire night. Their dreams become clearer, and their mornings more energized. Tibetan monks understood the natural rhythms and energy of human life. Modern science is gradually confirming what they have known for centuries. Try following even a few of these rules for just 1 week, and you'll notice how the quality of your sleep, your energy levels, and your overall well-being begin to change. Remember, sunset is not the end of the day, but its sacred completion. Treat this time with respect, and it will reward you with health, harmony, and inner peace. If this video was helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel.